Elijah Reece and Jalen Rivers grew up side by side in the same neighborhood, spending countless hours on the same cracked concrete court that shaped their dreams. From kids with big imaginations to teenagers with real ambition, they pushed each other, challenged each other, and believed together that one day they'd make it to college, and eventually the NBA. This is the story of Elijah Reece and Jalen Rivers.
Elijah Reece and Jalen Rivers grew up in the same neighborhood in Baltimore, a city that shapes you before you even realize it. When people hear about Baltimore, some know it as Charm City, a place full of history, pride, and culture. Others immediately think about the Baltimore Ravens, and you know celebrities like Lamar Jackson and Javante Davis. You definitely can't talk about Baltimore without mentioning the known TV show called The Wire. Elijah and Jalen first met outside the neighborhood playing basketball with a group of friends. Every day after school, they was out there playing 3v3 or a game of 21. Jalen was new to the neighborhood, still trying to figure out his place, while Elijah was already known as one of the kids in the neighborhood. As kids, Elijah and Jalen hung out every single day, whether he was playing sports outside, riding around the neighborhood, or just talking about basketball in the future. They were both huge fans of the Philadelphia Sixers, and that love showed up every time they played. The funny thing was, whenever they went head-to-head, they'd throw on a Sixer gear and turn their neighborhood games into a full-blown NBA matchup. Every time they played 1v1, the competition pushed both of them to another level. Those matchups were intense, personal, never taken lightly. So you can only imagine what type of game they were playing. Trash talking, no backing down, win or lose. They was out there working for the game, working for the grind, and getting themselves better. See, Elijah went to a Christian school. Elijah is the kind of point guard every coach dreams of. He controls the game with patience and has a very high IQ, always looking to make the right play before thinking about himself. He directs traffic, set his teammate up, and reads the floor like a veteran. He's definitely a floor general, but when the moment demands it, Elijah can definitely score with ease. He can create his own shot, attack the rim, knock down jumpers, and completely change the momentum of the game. He doesn't hunt points. He takes them when his team needs them. Elijah is a true point guard first, but everyone knows he has the ability to take over whenever he decides it's time. Elijah has established himself as one of the top high school point guards in the country, ranked number 3 at his position and number 7 nationally. His name has become a constant topic among scouts and recruiters. His ability to control the game, led with confidence, and score when needed has to separate him from most players his age. Because of that, the offers started piling up early. Elijah drew serious interest from some of the biggest programs in college basketball, including University of North Carolina, University of Kentucky, Florida Gators, University of Michigan, and the University of Houston, along with many others across the nation. Now, Jalen went to a prep school called Carver. Jalen has emerged as one of the most dangerous high school scorers in the country, ranked number 2 shooting guard and number 10 nationally. He has separated himself with his effortless scoring ability, athleticism, and confidence on the court. Jalen can score at all 3 levels, rise up and finish above the rim, and take over games in a matter of minutes. Defense know what's coming and still struggle to stop it. Because of his production and star power, the nation's top college programs have come calling. Jalen had earned offers from elite schools such as Duke University, University of Kentucky, University of Alabama, University of Kansas, and University of Connecticut, among with many other programs across the country. Now it was Christian High versus North Mac, and the moment felt bigger than just another high school game. The gym was packed, the energy was high, and all eyes was on Elijah. From the opening tip, he came in with confidence and was locked in. He controlled the tempo, made the right reads, and picked his spots with precision. Bucket by bucket, assist by assist, Elijah started to separate himself. He wasn't forcing anything. He was letting the game come to him and then taking over when it mattered. By halftime, the message was clear. This wasn't hype. This wasn't rankings. Elijah Reece was showing everyone exactly why he was one of them ones. Elijah was dominating from the opening minutes. He controlled every possession, and he played at his pace, made the game bend to his will. Whether he was breaking down defenders, knocking down shots, or setting his teammate up for the easy buckets, everything ran through him. North Meck tried different looks, different defenders, but nothing slowed him down. As the game went on, the crowd could feel it. Elijah just wasn't playing well. He was taking over. His confidence grew with every bucket. And by the time the final minutes rolled around, it was clear he had stepped his presence on the game. This was his night, and he was making sure everyone in the gym knew it. See, Elijah finished this game with 22 and 15. Yeah, you heard it right. 22 points and 15 assists, and they end up getting the dub. They end up beating North Meck 55-58. Now, Jaylen, man, he came out scoring the ball, wasting no time making his presence felt. Shot after shot, he was attacking with confidence, scoring from all over the floor, putting consistent pressure on the defense. Every touch looked dangerous. Every possession felt like it could end in points. And just like I said before, Jaylen proved once again he's one of the most dangerous scorers in the nation. Whether it was pulling up, getting downhill, or finishing through contact, he made scoring look effortless. The hype wasn't talk, it was real, and he was backing it up every time. Jaylen's favorite player has always been Carmelo Anthony, and watching him play, it's easy to see the influence. He scores with patience and confidence, knowing exactly when to attack and when to rise up for a tough shot. Jaylen embraced isolation moments, thrills into pressure, and take pride in getting buckets the hard way. That mindset is the big reason why he's so dominant, like his idol. When Jaylen get into that rhythm, the game slows down for him, and stopping him becomes nearly impossible. See, Jaylen ended this game with 26 points, and they end up winning 75-54. Now, Elijah was going against one of the top guards in the nation, and the moment didn't faze him at all. Instead of him shying away from the challenge, he embraced it. Elijah stayed composed, trusted his preparation, and matched the intensity possession by possession. Facing elite talent only brought out the best in him. He competed on every play, made smart decisions under pressure, and showed that he belongs on the same level as the best guards in the country. This wasn't just a test, it was a statement, and Elijah was ready to prove himself. Sure enough, Elijah was definitely proving himself. With every possession, he showed confidence, composure, and control, refusing to back down from the challenge in front of him. He answered tough defense with smart reads, timely buckets, and leadership that kept his team steady. But don't sleep. The other point guard, Jamal Williams, was no slouch either. He was a certified bucket, capable of scoring in a hurry and changing the flow of the game by himself. Jamal played with confidence, toughness, and had a scorer mindset, making sure Elijah felt his presence on every possession. It wasn't a one-sided battle. Jamal came ready to compete, trading buckets and answering runs, turning a matchup into a true test of skills and composure. Going head-to-head with a guard like that only raised the level of play. When you're playing against one of the top guards in the nation, you'll definitely see who built for this moment and who's not. And as you guys can see, Elijah is definitely built for that moment. As the game went on, it became clear this stage wasn't too big for him. Going up against one of the nation's best only sharpened his edge, and Elijah made it known that he belonged in that conversation. This was more than just a good performance. It was proof that he belonged here. And with this game, he ended up finishing with 35 points and 12 assists, and they ended up getting a dub 73-59. Now this game, Jaylen was still on timing. Look at this. See how my man raised up? Woo! Even after missing the dunk, his mindset never changed. The attempt alone said everything. His confidence. Even though he started the game out slow, he never looked fazed. Jaylen stayed confident, trusting his work and his rhythm. He understood that scorers don't panic. They stay patient. Misses doesn't change his approach or his mindset because he knew sooner or later the shots would start falling. And when they did, it was clear he had that belief. Jaylen kept taking the right shots, stayed aggressive, and let the game come to him knowing his moment was coming. And in a matter of seconds, his shots started falling. One bucket turned into another, and the confidence only grew. The rim suddenly looked bigger. The game slowed down. Everything he put up felt automatic. Just like that, Jaylen flipped the switch. What started off a quiet night turned into a scoring run, proving once again that all he ever needed was a moment. And once he got it, there was no one stopping him. Jaylen went on a crazy run, bucket after bucket. He caught fire and completely shifted the momentum of the game. Pull-ups, finishing at the rim, tough shots through contact. It didn't matter. Once he found his rhythm, he was unstoppable. The crowd felt it, the defense felt it, and the gym came alive. Every time he scored, the crowd would go crazy. Now you guys see why Carmelo Anthony is his favorite player. And with this game right here, Jaylen reminded everyone why he was the most dangerous scorer in the country. Jaylen ended this game with 42 points, putting on a scoring performance. They ended up beating Longview High School 72-65. For Elijah, the next game on the list was against Las Vegas High. It was another opportunity on a big stage, another test against one of the top schools in the nation. With the momentum building and odds already on him, Elijah approached the matchup locked in and focused, ready to show that his last performance wasn't a fluke but a standard. Elijah's favorite point guard has always been Chris Paul, and the influence is obvious in his game. He loved the way CP3 controls the floor, stayed pass first, and make everyone around him better. Elijah studied that approach and brings it with him every time he steps on the court. And in this game, it shows clearly. Elijah was putting on an assist clinic, threading passes through tight windows, finding shooters right in their pocket, and keeping the offense flowing. He wasn't chasing points. He was dictating the game, just like his idol. Elijah proved that a true point guard could dominate without forcing a single shot. What stood out the most was his composure. No matter the score or the moment, Elijah stayed making the game look easy. He understood that his impact went far beyond scoring. And by the way he orchestrated the offense, it was clear he was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Just like it had been said before, when his teammates and coaches wanted him to score, Elijah could do it at will. He never forced the issue, but when the call came for him to be aggressive, he answered immediately. He attacked defenders off the dribble, knocked down shots with confidence, and took over stretches of the game with ease. That balance is what made Elijah special. He didn't need to prove he could score. Everyone already knew that. Elijah finished this game with 23 points and 17 assists. And on top of that, they ended up getting a dub. They ended up beating the Las Vegas High 86-66.
Now, here's the game everyone has been anticipating. Elijah Reece versus Jalen Rivers. The gym is sold out, packed wall-to-wall with fans, scouts, and cameras. Two of the most dominant high school players in Baltimore finally share the same floor as opponents.
Elijah Reece and Jalen Rivers was officially the game of the week. Two best friends from the same neighborhood finally facing off on the same court, with the entire city watching. The atmosphere was electric. And from opening tip, it was clear that this game meant more than just a win or a loss. As the game got underway, Elijah came out doing what he does best, setting his teammates up. He controlled the pace, made the right reads, put his teammates in the perfect position to score. Early on, he made it clear that he was focused on getting everyone involved, showing once again why he was known as a true floor general. Dime after dime, Elijah was definitely making it look easy. As you guys can see, you see why he was ranked one of the top guards in the nation. Like, look at this, dime after dime. But Jaylen was on a mission to kill. From the moment he touched the ball, his mindset was clear. Attack, score, and take over. He played with an edge, a fire that couldn't be missed, treating every possession like a personal statement and like it was his last. This wasn't just another game to him. This was about pride, competition, proving something on the biggest stage. Every move was aggressive. Every shot was confident. Every bucket sent a message. Jaylen wasn't easing into the moment. He was trying to own it. And you see, with them two playing against each other, they both had a chip on their shoulder. It was just like backyard basketball again to see who was better and to see who came out on top. Elijah and Jaylen were going bucket for bucket, answering each other on nearly every possession. One score would be met with another, and the intensity kept rising as neither was willing to give an inch. The gym felt smaller with every bucket, the noise louder, and the moment heavier. Dang near every college coach, scout, and recruiter was in the building, Eyes locked in on the floor. They weren't just watching a high school game, they were witnessing something special. In real time, it was clear. This wasn't just a matchup, it was two stars in the making, bro, proving they belong on the biggest stage yet to come. With Elijah down by 2 points in the fourth quarter and only 5 seconds left on the clock, their entire gym held its breath. Everyone knew what was coming. Either a 2 for the tie or a pull-up 3 to end the game. The clock ticked down, he made his move, rolls over the defender, and as the shot goes up,